exclusively on ESPN Plus. UFC 313, Saturday. Reigning light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira defends his title against number one contender Magomed Ankalaev, and an explosive lightweight bout between Justin Gaethje and Rafael Pazzi. UFC 313, Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Buy it on ESPNPlus.com/PPV.
At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
Like a lot of great art, the following program contains nudity, so viewer discretion is advised.
Spanning the globe to bring you the latest in classic rock news and comment. It's the Classic Guitar Rock Daily Update with your host, Jeremy Lunnan.
Welcome. This is 4 days in a row, guys. This is a streak, and we're going to do it tomorrow. So the daily update, actually daily for a whole week. I don't know what's gotten into me, but thank you for being here. I'm Jeremy, and let's just hop right to the news. Alex Van Halen. We've been talking about Alex. I'm out of breath. I just ran down the stairs. Sorry. Alex Van Halen, of course, has his book Brothers out. Came out just last week, I think, and he's doing press. So you can go on YouTube. I'm just going to throw this out there. Go on YouTube, and you can find the interview. He's sitting down with the author that helped him write the book. And what I watched looks like a really interesting, wide-ranging interview, which is cool to hear from Alex because he's the most reclusive of all the Van Halen members. So kind of cool that he's out talking, and check it out. It's on YouTube. You can find those. Tony Iommi, the riff master, said he wanted the Hard Rock Cafe to return a guitar he sold them. So here's what happened. His famous Gibson SG, it's called Monkey because it's got a sticker on it, a monkey sticker on it. So it's always been referred to as Monkey. He sold it to Hard Rock, I don't know when, several years ago. Long time ago, he sold it to Hard Rock Cafe. So if you go to various Hard Rock cafes around the world, you'll see memorabilia. And in some of them, they have some pretty iconic instruments. For instance, Tony's is one. Carmen, thank you for chiming in. James Hatfield. I'm not sure what your comment means. Elaborate on that. Let me know. Let me know what you're talking about. But thank you for joining us. So, Hard Rock bought this famous SG from Tony to put on display. Tony's like, this is a vintage instrument. It's the instrument I recorded the first album on. It has a lot of sentimental value to me, so I don't want to take it on tour and risk it getting damaged or lost or stolen. So he sold it to Hard Rock with the understanding that at any time he could buy it back at the price they paid him, right? So he says, quote, "The guy who used to buy memorabilia for the Hard Rock came to England and visited me. He wanted to buy some stuff. I'd retired the Monkey SG because it was too valuable to me. I didn't want to take it on the road and risk it getting damaged. Anyway, he passed away. We tried to get in touch with Hard Rock to get it back, and they knew nothing about the deal." So, bummer. He did say that Hard Rock did let him borrow his guitar back to make replicas. So in 2020, they made a bunch of these replicas of the Monkey SG. He said they made about 50 of them. Quote, I have to say they are exactly like the one I owned, and they are what I used in the studio. They have the same knocks and bumps as the original, plus the little monkey sticker. It's the same guitar, basically, end quote. But will he get it back? I don't know. You know, if this was kind of a verbal agreement and the company doesn't know anything, I don't know. What do you do? I say free monkey. Let monkey go home to Tony. Anyways, I don't know how you pronounce this guy's name. Lead singer of Crocus. Is it Mark Storace or Storich? Storace? How do you pronounce his Storace? I don't know how you pronounce it. This guy, were you a Crocus fan? Remember Crocus? Screaming in the Night? They had some good songs. They were a good band back in the 80s. In fact, I was not aware of this till I recently was doing some reading on this. When Bon Scott died, Storace was one of the singers that AC/DC was considering. And he's kind of got it. In fact, the very first time I heard Crocus back in the early 80s, I thought they were AC/DC. Early on, this was before, you know, they were on MTV and stuff. But that would have been interesting. By the way, you can go find some footage of Crocus performing from the last few years at one of the big festivals. They still sound good. They were a good band. A fun little rabbit hole to go down is the bitter hatred between Twisted Sister and Crocus. Dee Snider always refers to Crocus as Krampus. I'm not choosing sides. But if you want to read entertaining account or there's probably interviews. I mostly was reading Dee Snider's comments about Crocus. You could probably find videos of him talking. It was just funny. So Krampus. So you might want to check that out. Anyways, Mark Storace, I didn't know he had a first solo album. He's releasing his second solo album. It's called Crossfire. And it's now, I guess it's a band, but it's him. The band is now called Storace. Okay. Swiss rock legend Mark Storace's eponymous band. Their second album, Crossfire, drops November 22nd. So yeah, you might want to check that out. Now, this has been, Marlon, you changed your icon. Oh, I know. You're on X. You're joining from X Day. Marlon is a friend of ours. But it looks like you're joining from X instead of YouTube, which is cool. Thank you for joining Screaming in the Night. Great song. That whole album is really good. Had Ready to Burn, remember, with Rob Halford joining them. It was cool. I'm a fan of the Crocus. Rush fans, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, Alex Lifeson got involved with this outfit called Envy of None, and they released an album. And let me just save you the trouble. It doesn't sound anything like Rush. Okay, so if you're thinking, oh, cool, Alex Lifeson, I'm going to check it out. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it is nothing like Rush. You would have no idea that Alex Lifeson is playing on it other than, you know, we're told Alex Lifeson's. I mean, you might really like it. Some Rush fans have liked it. Some are like, meh. So they've got a second album coming out. So you can check that out. Not Dead Yet is the latest offering from Envy of None. I said album. I think it's just a new song, actually. They've got a new release out. This is from Blabbermouth. As the band blends their dynamic soundscapes, Not Dead Yet unfolds as a layered journey driving forward with tight rhythms and Alex Lifeson's legendary guitar lines. But I haven't heard it yet, but if I listened to the whole Envy of None album that came out a year or two ago, and it's not bad, doesn't sound anything like Rush. So if you're going in thinking you're going to hear Rushian stuff, well, you might be disappointed. But they do have this new song out, Not Dead Yet. During an October 29th appearance on Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk, Guns N' Roses bassist Duff McKagan confirmed that he and his bandmates have been working on fresh material. Quote, there's definitely a desire and a plan for new music. Yeah, for sure. So they haven't performed live since completing their North American tour in November of 2023, which is just a year. I mean, so, and that was at the Hell and Heaven Metal Fest in Mexico. Duff said, quote, you can go on a tour and you can have peaks and valleys on the tour, and we never do. It's always like every gig is super special. Even when we extended our tour after touring for so much, extending it for another 4 weeks, that can destroy a band. I've seen it happen. That's too long. You went too long and everybody's starting to snap at each other and the crew and all that stuff. But it doesn't happen with our band and our crew, which, to be honest, kind of surprises me. So we ended on this really highlight, which was Mexico City, this huge gig we did. And we played 2 nights at the Hollywood Bowl right before that. It was really special. We had the Black Keys opening at the Hollywood Bowl, a really cool, different sort of show. So I think we ended and we're like, oh man, let's not end. Let's get back to this soon. But I think for me, I know I had to rest. I had to rest my body. A lot of hours on stage, a lot of traveling. And I've got to listen to my body these days. I've got to listen. So I had to rest. I think we all need to rest. Slash, he'll go out and tour like 4 weeks later and do it all over again. I'm like, okay, dude, more power to you. I'm going to go to Hawaii. I'm going to Hawaii, man. End quote. But he says, hey, we're going to get together. We're going to do more. We're going to do more. So good news for GNR fans. Keep your eyeballs peeled. It'll be great. All right. That's the news headlines I have for us today. Again, let me make an invite for you to join the CGR Radio. Go to classicguitarrock.com, click on the CGR Radio button. And if you aren't listening to CGR Radio, give it a chance. You'll like it. The music is great. It's wonderful. So check it out. And I think you'll like it. And as always, shoot me an email. Let me know what you think. Shoot me an email, classicguitarrock@mail.com. And yes, we will do this again tomorrow. We'll be 5 for 5 for this week. And happy Halloween. Be safe. If you're out with your kids or grandkids, whatever, trick-or-treating, be safe. Have fun. We'll do it again tomorrow. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye. We'll see you.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Thanks for listening. You can email Jeremy at classicguitarrock@mail.com.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Tune in each weekday for the Classic Guitar Rock Daily Update.